cost of getting a new customer into the dealership is going up and up and up, right? That loyalty marketing is going to be one of the areas that people are going to concentrate more and more on. We want to have something that delivers the right message to the right people at the right time.
You've got to understand the internet did never, ever create the sale of an additional unit. All it did was distribute and redistribute who sells them. And you've got to be in that game, and you've got to be good at it. We have spent a fortune advertising to strangers and spending no amount of money advertising to past customers. Your past customers are your best and cheapest source of new business. Ladies, gentlemen, in the automobile industry, in the advertising industry, the crowd moves. Newspaper, radio and television, a lot of that crowd's moved.
Your consumers are online, and they're actually doing lots and lots of research before they come in and interact with your business.
You don't have to be the industry leader. You don't have to be the world's greatest salesman. You don't have to have the world's nicest dealership. I walk into some dealership and say, how do they sell a car here? How do they sell a car here? How do they sell a car here and the guy down the street with the $20 million facility can't sell a car? I can walk in the store that makes more money on the internet, gross-wise, than they do in this showroom.
Quality pictures tell you everything. Again, you've got a buyer who doesn't know you, who could be down the street or 1,000 miles away. They know a couple things. They know your website, or if they're going to Cars or Trader or Vital, wherever they have to be doing, they see the pictures and a couple words. This is all they're basing their first decision on, whether to invite you or not, or to call you.
Our research tells us that 7% of your closing ratios will come from the don't ever give up, and that's the continuous process of emails that go there indefinitely. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, that you will get customers that go 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, not uncommon to go 2 years into the process. They never responded to your email. They never returned your phone call. They finally raised their hand and say, thank you so much for following up. Nobody ever did that. I'm finally ready to get the car I've wanted to get.
The first thing I want us to understand is your website and your online classifieds are not marketing. They are media.
Intellectual properties, software, everything that this whole conference is based off of is to give you power. And the power is in decision making. Do you have the power to make it?
But that's really a key, is your people, how you're recruiting, how you're training them, how you're giving them support, and all the tools necessary to be successful.
Transactional websites are today, I'm going to say where, and this conference has been very rewarding to me, because I've sat in the audience where you're all sitting and listened to several speakers say things about have lots of multiple microsites, buy hundreds of URLs and redirect them to microsites. And for those of you who've known me for a while, I've been doing that for about the last 7 years.
A big part of why we're here is the opportunity to network with our peers within the industry.
That marketplace out there that has identically equipped cars to ours that ours are competing against is every single day on average marking those cars down and depreciating them. They're repricing them on average every day, and new ones are coming in at ever lower prices. This is the reality of the used car marketplace. It is generally a depreciating marketplace. That we are not systematically repricing cars. I'm telling you, if you don't systematically reprice your vehicles, your used vehicles, it is tantamount, it is exactly like raising your price, because the competition's coming down and you're getting less competitive as your age goes up.
And you look at a lot of this techno-gadgetry and it's great. But if you don't have the right human asset, man, it's going to fail fast. It's going to fade.
We have more advertising opportunities than we know what to do with. There's new technologies that are coming out every day. We're learning about search, we're learning, SEO, SEM, we're learning about microsites, all this type of stuff. These new technologies, new techniques that keep popping up, they're figuring out, well, how come what I've always done isn't working? And you're trying to figure out, what do I want to implement next?
I actually want to say thank you to the vendors, and I don't know how much thanks you've gotten, not because I know all of your products or love them all, but because you guys have the thought leadership in sponsoring something like this conference, which enables dealers and even speakers to come and share information. Internet thinking, change your mind to change your results. There's a lot of things that we do right now that we need to change our mind in the way that we do them. And if we do so, then it will change the results that we have.
part of the convention is meeting people from all different dealerships, sharing ideas.
And I'm just amazed about the amount of information and the number of opportunities that are available.
These guys have passion, and I just get lit up every time I come here. I learn a bunch of things I can take back with me.
What was even more rewarding for me was to have interaction with a mix of vendors.
I get to see some people that I haven't seen in a little while.
And colleagues from the internet sales profession.
Some of the guys are what I consider experts because I see their faces in magazines and I read their articles, and I'm very enthused about meeting them.
Corey Mosley, Dennis Colomb, just real excellent speakers.
My focus is internet sales. When I say internet, e-commerce, sales, service, parts. So naturally when I come here, I found those answers, or I got to see people who are focusing my focus, and we are working together.
I have found literally several, maybe half a dozen, even a dozen different opportunities that I could use to help to improve our processes.
Everything from search engine optimization to the use of video chat.
I've learned so much here, especially about marketing.
Help to improve our website.
How often to contact our leads, what formats to use when we're doing our follow-up.
Inventory management, learn about allocation of time and funds.
Help to improve lead generation.
And figuring out what works, what doesn't, and sort of exploring through that.
This is certainly a conference where you can get everything that you need to help to develop your internet sales team and your internet sales process.
And I advise you, if you have the opportunity to come or visit or go to one, do so. It's very educational, and the payoff is going to be big in return.